Hi, welcome back to Learnovative Agile and Scrum video series. My name is Vijay Bandaru. I'm a certified Scrum trainer, certified team coach, and certified enterprise coach from Scrum Alliance. I started creating these videos to help people understand the concepts of Scrum so that they will be able to implement these concepts in an effective manner in their Scrum projects and products. So in this video, I'm going to cover about Scrum Master. Who is a Scrum Master? What are the rights of Scrum Master? Accountabilities of the Scrum Master? Who is a Scrum Master and who is not a Scrum Master? And if somebody wants to transform from a traditional project manager to Scrum Master, what kind of transformation is required? All these topics I'm going to cover in this video. So, first of all, who is a Scrum Master? Scrum Master is one of the three accountabilities of Scrum team. So Scrum team is a combination of three people, three accountabilities we call: product owner, Scrum Master, and developers. So Scrum Master is one of the three accountabilities of the Scrum team. So what is the primary accountability of the Scrum Master? Scrum Master is accountable for Scrum establishment. That means establishing Scrum as defined in Scrum in both team as well as organization. They do this by helping people, teams understand what is Scrum, what is empirical approach to solve complex problem. That is one fundamental accountability. And the second accountability is Scrum Master is also accountable for Scrum team's effectiveness. He or she doing this by helping people identify or implement the processes, practices, tools, techniques that are suitable in Scrum environment. That means what processes, tools, techniques, practices will improve the effectiveness of the team by implementing them in a proper manner, and what tools or practices are not suitable for Scrum. That is also Scrum Master will help the team to understand. So that means primarily Scrum Master helps to improve the ability to improve at all levels, not only at the team level. The team or individual team members or the product owner or one of the leadership team members or any other department in the organization. They do this by doing coaching, mentoring, training, serving, facilitation, and help remove impediments. So these are the focus areas of Scrum Master. Then who is a Scrum Master and who is not a Scrum Master? So Scrum Master is not a project manager who manages the project and people. Scrum Master is not a boss. The team members, developers, or product owner not reporting to the Scrum Master. Scrum Master is not a team secretary who does like a personal assistant. He or she is not a personal assistant. And Scrum Master is not an admin person who books the meeting rooms or who arranges the snacks, something like that. Scrum Master is not a scribe to take the notes or meeting minutes of the team. And Scrum Master is not a Scrum police. Scrum Master is not also a decision maker. Then who is a Scrum Master? So Scrum Master is an enabler. That means he empowers the people. It could be developers or product owner or any other people. Enabler. And he's a coach who helps people to understand the root cause of the problem by asking some powerful questioning, and help the people to improve their performance and productivity by having coaching conversations. And Scrum Master is a guide and teacher. He helps the team members and product owner and any other team in the organization or the leadership understand how to implement the Scrum effectively according to the Scrum guide by teaching them, giving the training and all. Scrum Master is also a change agent. So it's a mindset change or behavioral change. So bringing the agility mindset. And Scrum Master is a true leader with serving mindset. So Scrum Master is all about selflessness. So they don't look for what is in it for me. Instead, they think, what can I do for the team to become better? That's called serving mindset. And Scrum Master also creates a psychological safety. So Scrum Master is called as a psychological safety creator. Psychological safety means where people can openly talk, openly express their opinions, or they can have a constructive disagreements openly. So that is what is called psychological safety. And Scrum Master is a protector for the developers when they cannot protect on their own. So usually great Scrum Master helps the team to understand the developers, understand their rights and responsibilities. And due to any reason, something like a very high power or a high power designated person coming to the developers and ask them to do something differently than the sprint goal. And if the developers cannot protect themselves on their own, then the Scrum Master will protect them. And Scrum Master is also a guardian for Scrum framework. That means ensures under all circumstances, the Scrum is implemented properly and not compromised or customized, which will lead to negative results. Scrum Master is like a mirror. So that means true reflection. So when you go to the mirror, no mirror will laugh at you or no mirror will criticize you. So similarly, great Scrum Master will have a true reflection mindset. That means non-judgmental, non-criticizing or non-blaming. And great Scrum Master lead by example. That means what change they expect with the developers or product owner or the organization or leadership, they start the change from themselves. So that is what is called lead by example. And this is what a Scrum Master is. Then Scrum Master will have primarily 3 services. So as a Scrum Master will provide services to the Scrum team in terms of coaching to make them self-managing and cross-functional. Self-managing means able to plan, organize, track, manage their work on their own without any external instructions or guidance. Cross-functional means having all the skills required in order to achieve the sprint goal and create the increment. So Scrum Masters will coach continuously to improve the self-managing and cross-functional characteristics of the Scrum team, and also help in creating high-value increments by helping product owner to prioritize the product backlog based on some techniques, and also help conversations which is in collaborative and transparent, trustworthy environment. So all of them should focus on value-based increment creations. So how to do that? That also Scrum Master will help. And also causing the removal of impediments. Generally, impediment means something which will slow down the team. So it could be a dependency from other team or something approved required from a management or leadership, something. So anything that will slow down the team, Scrum Master will help causing the removal. Generally, impediments can be divided into 2 types, team level impediments and global or systemic or organizational impediments. Team level impediment means where the team can resolve the impediment on their own using their power, ability, knowledge and skills. Global systemic organizational impediment means the impediments which are beyond their power, ability, knowledge and skills. So that's where Scrum Master will focus. And also ensure Scrum events take place positive and time boxed and productive. So that means ensuring the sprint planning, daily Scrum review, retrospective are happening in a highly engaging, interactive, collaborative and trust transparent environments, and they're also time boxed. And also the Scrum Master will provide services to the product owner. So in terms of helping finding the techniques for product goal definition and product backlog management, maybe in terms of teaching prioritization techniques or how to write user stories, all these things, and help in effective creation of product backlog items in terms of maybe user stories or any other better way, whatever is suitable, by teaching the formats or giving some examples, and help a product owner in empirical planning in terms of maybe release planning or any other things where product owner needs some assistance or guidance. And Scrum Master also facilitates stakeholder collaboration as needed for the product owner when it is required. And organizational level services, Scrum Master will provide leading, training, coaching in Scrum adoption at the team level, management or leadership level, or any other supporting functions like admin, facilities, infrastructure, networking, database, architecture team, all of them understanding Scrum and adopting Scrum, and planning and advising Scrum implementation in terms of sprinting, how to create sprint goals and how to organize the sprint work through sprint backlog, all these things, and helping employees and stakeholders know and enact an empirical approach, which is based on transparency, inspection and adaptation. So how to maintain transparency, how to inspection and adaptation continuously to become better, and also removing barriers between the stakeholders and Scrum teams. These barriers may be like reachability barriers or communication barriers or designation barriers. These are some barriers. So these are primarily the Scrum Master services to product owner, Scrum team, and the organization. So what are the rights of Scrum Master? So Scrum Master usually will have some rights. First thing, the right to challenge anti-agile behavior, whether it could be a developer or a product owner or any other leadership team member. If he or she is demonstrating any anti-agile behavior, so Scrum Master will have right to challenge it and address it. And the right to coach across the organization, not only the team members, anywhere in the organization ladder, anything coaching related, Scrum Master has the right to coach a particular person or the team. And the right to experiment and learn, especially when the developers are implementing something, the Scrum Master has a right to ask them to do experimental approach. So because experiment leads to knowledge, knowledge will improve. And the right to access the leadership. So in case some things are not really happening faster and some delays are causing or some wastages are causing, then the Scrum Master should have the right to access the leadership to take it to that level and get their support and help as and when it is required. And the right to protect the team space, especially when they're focusing on the sprint goal and the sprint backlog items to achieve the sprint goal. Any disturbances or interruptions happening for them, the Scrum Master has the right to protect the team. And finally, the right to expose the impediments to required level in the organization. Because at certain level, if the impediments are going beyond the developer's power, ability, knowledge, or skills, and if they're not properly addressed on time, so that will lead to delay in the value delivery. So Scrum Master has the right to take that impediments to any level in the leadership to get them identified and addressed on time. So these are the rights of the Scrum Master. So what are the skills required to become great Scrum Master? So these are some skills: empathy, understanding others' perspective from their point of view, and coaching mindset, not a instruction mindset or a giving solution mindset, and strong facilitation skills, which includes facilitative listening skills, alternates to open discussion, facilitative decision-making skills. All these things are required. And Scrum Master himself or herself should be an agilist. So he or she should have a great understanding about agile values and principles and deep Scrum knowledge to be able to identify what practices can be implemented in Scrum which will make Scrum more effective and what practices will lead to some anti-patterns. And Scrum Master should be motivational, also neutral, especially when doing the facilitation. Scrum Master should be neutral, that means impartial or unbiased. And also great communication techniques are required. Training skills required. When Scrum Masters at times he or she has to train the team or product owner or any other external teams or supporting teams in the organization in the Scrum implementation. So you should know training skills and how to read the mood of the room and how to create knowledge using some interactive, activity-based, engaging-based training skills. And also courage to challenge the status quo and continuous improvement mindset. So Scrum Master, continuous improvement is a journey, not a destination. So it could be people, relationships, or practices, tools, communication, collaboration, all these things, how they can be continuously improved. That should be the mindset the Scrum Master should have. Scrum Master should be an active listener and observer. These are two important another skills required. And influence without authority, especially the developers are not reporting to the Scrum Master. So Scrum Master should be a person who should be able to influence without authority. And also selfless and humble. These are the important skills required for any person to be a great Scrum Master. Then what are the results if any organization has great Scrum Master? So these are some results. Increase agility with the teams and the organization, and faster value delivery to the customers by implementing Scrum framework. Complex problems can be solved using Scrum and value delivery can become faster. And effective communication within the teams. Reduce waste through continuous inspection and adaptation. This waste may be process waste or tool waste or practices waste. Anything that is waste will be identified and then it can be addressed so that it will be leading to a continuous improvement. And then increased self-managing nature in the teams. The teams when they become more self-managing, the decision making will be decentralized. So the decision making will be faster, and also the teams will be motivated. Better and enhanced collaboration within the teams and the organization, and enhanced transparency within the teams and organization at all levels. Transparency means creating shared understanding, and improved planning, execution, and able to manage risks better at the team level. Inter-team dependency or any other risks at the org level can be effectively managed. Finally, happy teams, because when the teams have been given chance to be autonomous or self-managing, and help them to be more cross-functional, and when you create a psychological safety for them to be openly able to address the issues and openly able to express their views and opinions, they'll become more happy. Now let's understand how a traditional project manager can transform into a Scrum Master role. It cannot happen overnight, because there is a lot of unlearning and relearning happens. So what are the focus areas that are required to be unlearned and shifted, focus shifted? So deadline focus to delivering value focus, execution focus to empowering the teams, escalation mindset to enabling mindset, plans focus to people focus, monitoring mindset to mirroring and mentoring. When I say mirroring, just like true reflection, that means non-judgmental, non-criticizing, or kind of penalizing language, not using that. That is called true reflection. And instruction mode to intent and inspect and adapt approach. And results-based focus to relationships, because when the relationships are built, strong relationships, the results are automatically taken care of. Then authority mindset to autonomy mindset. That means making people more self-managing. Command and control approach to collaboration and consensus decision-making approach. Lifecycle management approach to continuous improvement approach in terms of people, processes, tools, techniques, practices, all these things. Efforts and estimates focus to earned value focus. Efforts and estimate, we generally call it as output focus, and earned value is nothing but outcome focus. So it is more of a shifting from output thinking to outcome thinking. And finally, supervising mode to self-managing mode. That means doing a micromanaging and continuously monitoring the teams, that mindset to helping the teams to be more self-managing by teaching them how they can manage their work on their own, how they can track their work on their own, how they can resolve the impediments as much as possible on their own. This is called making people self-managing. You can make people self-managing by following 3 C's: clarity, competency, and confidence. Clarity means why people should be self-managing. What is the need of it, and what are the benefits of making self-managing? Competency means building the people competency in terms of processes, tools, technology, or product functionality competency to make the decisions. Confidence means creating a psychological safety so that they can make the decisions, thereby building accountability of the consequences. So if any traditional project manager wants to be a great Scrum Master, then shifting of the mindset from left side items to right side items will make them a great Scrum Master eventually. It will take some time, but definitely you can become a great Scrum Master. So if you are looking for any public or private Agile, Scrum, SAFe, or AI trainings, which include CSM, CSPO, Advanced CSM, Advanced CSPO, SAFe Scrum Master, SAFe POPM, SAFe Agilist, or AI for Scrum Master, AI for Product Owner courses, please contact us. We are happy to help. You can find our email and phone number and website. Thank you for watching this video. If you have liked it, share, subscribe, and thank you so much. Have a great time.